And here we go, folks. We got ourselves a fresh series on the day. Spawning down in the bottom left for Storm Gaming. It is Spirit in the blue. And his opponent, spawning up at the top right for Team Matcherino. It is the red Protoss player, Max Angel. Astrea. Did you know that if you max out an Angel's stats, it is only 1/4 as good at StarCraft as our boy Astrea? I don't make up the rules. That's just how it is. He's just that good. He's just that good. Now, I have heard some people saying that they're not the biggest fan of this particular map and the way that, the snow particles work and all that. Personally, I love it. I'm a big fan. It can be a little bit distracting, and I get that, but I don't think I've ever actually been distracted by it during an important thing. And that makes me wonder if it actually turns off at some point during the game. I have to now I'm curious, because I don't think I've ever been distracted by the snowfalls during the game itself, but you can see them through the fog of war. Okay, I'm going to be paying attention now, because I think it might just turn off. By the way, Astrea, scouting around his base, no scout across the map, but it will be a gate nexus. And I mean, altitude is a huge map, so that makes sense to go a little bit more eco-focused. Little bit more. Spirit also skipping the scout for the first little bit, but he will go across the map with his SCV. And this is basically a barracks timing scout. Yeah, but it just gets here a little bit later because it's a bigger map. So I look at this as I measure things based on ZVT a lot of the time. So the hatchery in Zerg vs. Terran, a hatch first, 16 hatch, finishes up right at the 2-minute mark. And that is usually on most maps when the SCV gets there. And it'll basically see the hatchery finishing. But in this case, it got there at about 2:07, 2:08 to see things. That's just an interesting little wrinkle. With the double Reaper cliff, it's a lot more difficult to get a scout, and we see that Spirit didn't want to lose that Reaper, taking 2 shots before he even gets to the actual real high ground, so that kind of gets forced back a little bit. Spirit making sure, hey, you don't have any sneaky pylons. Funny that they both checked that spot. Kind of neat. We do see a quick Twilight Council after a Stalker Sentry Stalker opening. Wait, hang on, did he? No, yeah, he did build it, yeah. I was going to say, you wouldn't cancel that. Meanwhile, it looks like it might just be a mine drop here from Spirit, which is pretty good against the Twilight Council opener. It's certainly better than against a Phoenix opener. Phoenix opener, that's oftentimes where you don't get any value with that Widow Mine drop. It oftentimes just runs right into the Phoenixes themselves. Ooh, grenade. Gonna drop right on top of the Stalker. Send it for a little ride. Now, there was no Hellion produced. So is this going to be... Yeah, it is going to be a triple mine drop. And this is good news for Astrea to get the scout right here. Oh, wow. He sees a very quick barracks behind this. That is a really fast barracks. Is Spirit building this because his supply depot's late? Yeah, because he can't build this... Huh. No, this is just fast barracks follow-up. Okay. What did Spirit see? Okay, he did see the 3rd Nexus. This is... Okay, so him like cutting siege tank production or delaying it, not worrying about it too much, is probably in response to that, getting those barracks so quickly. And yeah, he's not even going to build any tanks. He's just building the tech lab for this barracks. And I like this. Oh, we do see the Stalkers putting a lot of damage on this medevac. And Blink is going to be done very shortly. We got a really fast double forge here from Astrea. Ooh, can he get the medevac? Yes, he can. Oh, good quick pull right there. And with Blink already done, Astrea can bait this out. Nice job. And he will get the cleanup. Meanwhile, the 3rd Widow Mine, it got cleaned up as well. He only lost 1 probe. This is a magnificent start so far for Astrea. Now, did the double forge get scouted? I'm not actually sure. Okay, it did if Spirit clicked on it, which you have to assume he did. We got to give him the credit and assume that he would have been able to click on that. Now, Astrea saw the super fast second and third barracks, which means he should know that the timing from Spirit's going to be very quick. So I don't think that 1-1, I don't think it's going to be done in time for this first push. It should finish during the push, but Spirit should be able to figure out that this is going to be a really, really fast Stalker charge lot play. Ooh, Astrea wants that SCV, does snipe it. Nice job, great usage of the blink. Meanwhile, the main base, here comes this auto turret from the Raven. Astrea went so fast up to 60 probes so quickly. And he's going to start cutting workers pretty soon because he's going to be looking down the barrel of a very scary attack timing. Yeah, look at how fast this stim and combat shields are after the triple mine drop. This is such a quick, sharp timing. And Spirit, I really like the adjustment he made to go for those quick barracks after seeing the third Nexus so fast. Astrea taking a fourth base. He hasn't yet seen his opponent's third base on location. Charge is going to be done. And man, these upgrades are fast now when you put some chrono into them. He's going to have the armor done. Damn. I thought for sure that there would be no way that Astrea had this done in time, but he's got them. Oh, he's going for the fight just before +1 attack. Widowmine's going to burrow on up here. One of them does mind drag a little bit. That may not have looked amazing for Astrea, but it actually was really good because he killed one of the medevacs and forced a gigantic stim. This actually means that Spirit kind of can't stick around here because he could just get whittled away. Actually, how many Marauders went down? 2 Marauders, yeah. Yeah, this is really good for Astrea in terms of Spirit not being able to continue to stick around on the map for the moment. Ooh, that command center. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, it's going to be close. Oh, he's going to get the denial. That is actually massive. Ooh, Zealots. This is going to delay this command center by a lot. Oh, Astrea even gets that extra SCVs. Oh, wow, that Widowmine from downtown. Meanwhile, Raven, auto turret in the main base, does find a couple of probes. Just 2. Literally a couple. Oh, that Observer. That Observer is so nice for Astrea right here. He is going to intercept some reinforcements. That's actually magnificent from Astrea. And a sandwich coming in from the Protoss. Widowmines. Oh, those are some big shots, though. Really connecting hard on those Zealots. Astrea, by the way, this 2-2 timing is ludicrous. He's going to have this done in about 30 seconds. Can he hold on for it, though? Nice snipe on that one Widowmine. Guardian Shield's going to get popped. Widowmine's burrowing up once again. Oh, they're getting some good connections. Only one of them was ready to fire, so the other 2 do get cleaned up. Blink forward. Will go for the Raven, but he actually just has enough to fight this, I think, with how overstimmed it is. And once that 2-2 completes, there's going to be a small margin where it's a 3 upgrade lead, 2-2 versus 1-0. But even 2-2 versus 1-1 is going to be amazing for Astrea. He is managing this game so well and in such a cool way. Supplies are still even. I don't want to pretend like Spear's out of the game because he's got a third base. He's on 65 SCVs, but Astrea is on 78 probes and is getting into, oh, Colossus. Oh, both Widowmines getting taken out just barely before they burrow. Great defense here from Astrea. And there's that 3-3. This is such a fast double upgrade timing. Oh my god, I love the double upgrade style from Protoss. It's so good. Now this is a little scary. Astrea, see, he's not going to recall just yet. He was waiting for it. He wanted to see if the army was actually going, and that's going to cost him quite a few probes. The hesitation might be really bad for him, but he's got that upgrade lead. And look at the Zealots. They're kind of bottling up the units a little bit. Stalkers are going to get targeted down. Ooh, Zealots. Oh, can he get that one medevac? He gets the empty one. And the full one will escape on out. 13 probes go down in total. I mean, that was really great economic damage from Spirit. But the upgrades are a big problem. Now, this 4th command center from Spirit, he is cooking behind this with the He is cooking with the eco. He is really on point. But that 3-3 timing is looming, and there will be a meaningful 3 upgrade advantage. There will be a significant period of time where it's going to be 3-3 versus 2-1. Spirit, second starport. Does he have a Ghost Academy? Yes, he does. Does he have any ghosts? No, he does not. All right, here comes the mine drop on the third base. Ooh, Astrea. No, no, no. Oh, Spirit tried to target fire there. Are we just going to see the burrow on burrow? Okay, 2 probes do go down in the natural. Meanwhile, we will see that medevac does fall. Oh, nice target fire from Spirit. Gets 4 probes, 6 in total. How many Colossus do we have on the field? 1? There's about to be 3. And there is extended thermal lance done. Okay. All right. Meanwhile, this base, or this Widowmine is going to get cleaned up before it shoots again, as long as these Stalkers don't leave. Astrea's 5th base is very late relative to how fast his 4th base was. Good job from Astrea. Cleans that up. Cannon gets the kill. No, Stalker. Astrea, though, this is a huge timing right now. 3-3 is done. The Viking count is only at 2. Oh, we got a nice warp in the main base. Snipes are going to come on in, but this is distracting the ghosts, keeping them away from the fight. And Astrea is going to go for it here a little bit. There is this sensor tower. Ooh, Colossus a little bit exposed. Nice force fields there from Astrea. He does save the 1 Colossus as well. This Widowmine, by the way, is so good for Spirit. It's just mostly Marauders here against this army. There's the snipe on the Colossus. Nice job. Oh, that Widowmine from the back. Ooh, it's going to get a big shot. Here comes the Vikings finally joining up. We are going to see target fire on them from the Stalkers, and that will take down 3 of the 4 Vikings. The Planetary Fortress is adding on a lot of damage from the back. Astrea might be overcommitting here. And that Widowmine, oh, nice job from Astrea. Uses the friendly fire on the Colossus to kill it off. The splash damage. Of course, targeting your own units means that the splash damage still goes through, even though the unit is cloaked. Nice bunker here on the 3rd base. And that's going to be enough to defend this location. Astrea does have a lot of opportunity to maybe just win this game right here, right now. Viking count is only at 1. There we go. 3 more on the way, but they are very late to the party. And there's that Warp Prism. Ooh, Astrea going to discombobulate his opponent with this setup. The 3-3 Zealots against the 2-2 Bio are doing so well right now. SCV's being pulled into the fight. Astrea just sitting in the middle, trying to draw his opponent out. He's going to pick off 10 SCVs, make it 11. Spirit will clean that up for the moment. Ooh, Zealots. Oh, nice force field right there from Astrea. That's going to block the repair. Only 2 Zealots can hit, but it doesn't matter. They're 3-3. They're just so jacked at this point. And now this is going to force Spirit to come out here. Oh, hang on. Is he going to drop units to try and get back in position? Well, he's just going to pull the SCVs away, but that means Astrea's out mining him now by a huge margin. We can see that Spirit's economy is actually great for a long time, but look at that huge spike Astrea just found. With the denied mining on the 3rd base, we actually have +1 shields done, by the way, as well. +2 started up. And Disruptor transition, a 6th base now on the way. This is looking amazing here for Astrea. He is really playing this game out well. But, oh, big blink forward in on top of the base. Force field's going to block the repair, and it's going to go down so quickly. Disruptor shot going to zone out the army. One of the Disruptors on a bad rally will go down, but Astrea can reset before this big fight. Vikings going to get some good shots on the Colossus. Zealot's getting a little distracted, but I think there's just too much firepower here for Astrea just before +3 weapons for Spirit. And while the Vikings kill the Colossus, the Stalkers and the Zealots are reigning supreme. And Astrea, God, Max Angel's good. And he's going to close this game out for sure now. That was already a good fight for Astrea, even if the game was even. But with him having just knocked out a base and like 50 SCVs, well, that's game number 1 going to Max Angel. Here we go for game number 2. Spawning down on the bottom left for Psystorm, it is Spirit. In the blue. And his opponent spawning up at the top right for Matcherino. It is Astrea. In the red. Really showing up brilliantly there. All right, what are we going to see here? What are we going to see? That was a great game from Astrea. Great game for Astrea. Really well done. Now, Altitude is a big map. Make no mistake. Make no mistake, it's a huge map. Very, very good for defensive macro play. I don't think Astrea is going to be able to go for that double forge again. But I love that he did it. Almost no Protoss are playing double forge these days. Even with Spirit scouting it and going for that super fast barracks transition, he didn't get in before he could get anything done, really. He was not able to find an effective timing where he got anything done. Not to mention the fact that the mine drop got defended very cleanly. I don't even know if he pulled probes from the natural. I honestly lost track of the third mine. But either way, Astrea really looking good in game number 1. Okay, robotics facility. Super fast robo. So it goes Stalker Adept. This is really interesting. Second game in a row, he's opened up Stalker first. And he's going to put some pressure across the map with this Stalker. I mean, this is kind of funky because it's very fast Hellions here. I think... Oh, this is going to be a dead SCV, right? Yeah? No. Oh, no. He doesn't want to go deep. No, he's... Okay, he is going to go for it. Yes? Ooh, no, he's not. Okay, with the Marine here. Oh, the body block from Spirit. Oh, that's sexy. Yeah, that should be a dead Stalker. Oh, will it? Oh, just barely gets out. I think it would have survived anyways. 26 HP. Actually, it might have just died if those 2 Hellion shots had gone off. Will be... Oh, my God. What the hell? What is this opener from Astrea? He's opening with a robotics facility with a quick War Prism into a Stargate. I think he's going to put, yeah, these 3 units in the War Prism and then just go. But that is really bold because, I mean, double Hellion is so frightening. Do we see an armory here from the Terran? No. Which is actually good because he's going up against the robotics facility. That would be less than optimal. Yeah, okay, it's going to be Phoenixes behind us. War Prism with 2 Adepts inside. That is so strange. And here comes the mines. Oh, they're going to hoof it into the natural expansion. Oh, unburrow on 3 of the mines. Ooh, can he get a lift? Oh, there's an observer. Oh, that one mine is going to burrow on up. Oh, no! Oh, my God, it didn't shoot. Spirit got fancy, tried to retarget, and it lost him the opportunity. The other mine doesn't go off at all. Wow. 6 probes go down. It should have been like 12 to 15. Oh, there's a mine still in this medevac. Oh, that's the one that shot at the natural already. I think this is going to get cleaned up before it can even drop out. He might have been able to drop out and use that mine after all. Okay, he did warp in a 3rd Adept. I was going to say 2 Adepts is really weird because it won't one-shot workers. Oh, wow, breaks the lock on. Marines were enough to kill that 1 Adept. Oh, he gets out. He gets out. Was that... I don't think the Cyclone locked on, maybe? Ooh, is this going to be... No, this is just going to be just a 3-1-1. Okay. Interesting. Behind this, Robotics Bay. This is such a funky build from Astrea. Ooh, he is going to get supply blocked here. He's staying on 2 bases for a really long time. Spirit's actually up in workers right now, but that won't last too long with this little Phoenix harassment squad. Ooh, nice job from Astrea. Gets to the high ground there and will be able to lift up this Cyclone. It's going to get picked off. 1 SCV for repair, not enough. Kind of just delivers itself to the Phoenix's waiting arms. And yeah, that's 4 SCVs going down. And now Astrea starts up Colossus production. What do we have going for Spirit here? He's on that. Stim is nearly done. Once again, very quick barracks transition. Couple Marines. Nope, just 1. Ooh, can he get the Marauder? Yes, he can, but it's not worth it. He loses a Phoenix. That's the tricky bit. Is where the Phoenix lifts, sometimes it can leave you super exposed, and good job from Spirit to pounce on that. Now Astrea, he did delay his Forge significantly. Forge is very different from game number 1, where he had 1-1 done by now. He starts his first Forge now. Ooh, Adept's going to get back into the main base. The SCVs that were wounded from earlier, I'm going to see a couple of them going down. Meanwhile, War Prism getting recalled. And Astrea, how many SCVs does he find? Oh, can he get the last one? Yes, he does. Oh, Raven. Oh, it's going to get its interference matrix off. This will be a big chase coming in from a Spirit. He's got that +1 weapons finished on up here. Raven does drop his auto charge, but will go down. So difficult to keep that alive against a big Phoenix force. And oh, nice job from Astrea right there. He baited out the Widowmine and lifted the Colossus out of the way. I would love to see him get that Colossus back in range of the shield battery overcharge just to utilize it fully effectively. But regardless, it's a pretty solid defense there from Astrea. Even though his economy has been... He's purposely delayed his economy. He's focused on getting a really big army up very quickly. And it's paid off for him, I would say, in spades. Oh, he's got to be careful, though. Does have tabs on this top side, on this right side, but the drop into the natural, ooh, it is unanswered right now. Do we see a recall? It's already been used on the War Prism, so we can't see a recall. Depowers 1 gateway. There's barely anything to keep this Colossus alive. It is going to go down. There's another Colossus in the, well, from the main base. And Spirit, that was the opening he may have needed to bust this game wide open. Great maneuver right there from Spirit. Astrea not able to defend in both places at once. That's the big weakness of this setup right here, is that he doesn't have a lot of units. He's got a lot of really good units, but he doesn't have a lot of units overall. And Colossus really need to have units defending them in order to be effective. Speaking of which, we do see that probes do come in. They will get the save, but the Widowmine from downtown gets the finishing kill. This will be a cleanup from Astrea in the natural, but it is... Well, actually, if he gets all the medevacs, well, that's still not the worst thing in the world for Astrea. But having lost now 2 Colossus, it is really painful for him. He does have extended thermal lance, and he also lost 22 probes. Oh, and he's going to lose more here. Meanwhile, Spirit, he's got his 3rd command center done. Marauders are going to get lifted here. A couple of Phoenixes will fall. Oh, Astrea really trying to keep these Phoenixes alive, but he's not able to do so because the Colossus couldn't get close because the Marauders were there, because the Marines were keeping the Phoenixes from lifting the Marauders en masse. A funny little rock, paper, scissors. I cover this, which covers that, which covers this. Ultimately, it does end up getting cleaned up, but a lot of probes fall again. Astrea is still staying competitive in this game, but he is definitely off balance right now. Now that he's up to 3 Colossus, though, again, just now had the 3rd Colossus pop out. And the fact that he's killed quite a few Actually, him killing the medevacs is really impactful because Spirit wants to be going into Vikings right now, and he is. But that means he can't drop any longer. So he's going to have to switch back to a frontal attack if he wants to get anything done. And Astrea is going to go back into Phoenix production. Now, those Phoenixes going down is what kind of makes the Viking transition viable here. Because if there's 5 or 6 Phoenixes right now, single starport Viking probably isn't going to cut it too well. The main thing for Astrea as well that he's really been slowed down on is his transition into a mass gateway style. Oh, he started up a disruptor there, cancels it for the more consistent damage immortal. And I don't know if I prefer that or not. We also see the Ghost Academy coming in for Spirit. He built his own second starport now, and he has now gotten the Armory finished. So he started up that +2 attack. But I will say, this is a nice little bit of Zealot harassment, and he sees the Vikings. Seeing the Viking count is good information. What are you going to want to go for here is the question from Astrea. Does he go straight into Blink? Oh, that War Prism. Does he recall? No, it's dead. Yeah, it's too late. But he does replace it. Fourth Nexus on the way. There's the Blink. Okay. This is scary right now. I feel like Spirit might just run Astrea over. The ghosts are going to be so good. There's so much bio. Colossus pulling very far back. Nice force field to try and buy time and let the Stalkers get a free set of shots against the Vikings. Oh no, the Phoenix is from the back. They're going to get massacred in seconds. And look at that medevac right there. We are going to see the Colossus getting some good shots. Battery overcharge has expired. Oh, Astrea does bury the Colossus around, buys it a lot more time. That's probably the best fight Astrea could have ever taken. And the Immortal helping out a lot as well, but Spirit still comes out of this, massacring his opponent's army. This is all of Astrea's army right now. 8 supply, 4 Zealots. And Spirit, even though his army gets cleaned up, he wipes out the Colossus, he wipes out the Immortals, and he wipes out Astrea's very hard-fought, long-built army. He did lose a lot there, too. He lost all of his army. But his is much more replaceable right now. And he's been ahead in eco for, if not the last little bit of this game, a good stretch before. Even landing the Vikings right now. And he retained the Vikings, too, which means the Colossus transition is not really viable right now for Astrea. I say Colossus transition, but going back into them. And at this point, Spirit's just going to run him over. He even fights through the battery overcharge. Maybe not the best idea, but once it expires, this army of Astrea is going to disappear. And, well, Astrea just waits out the battery overcharge and taps out right thereafter. Well done by Spirit. He will even the series at 1 apiece. What a great series we got on our hands. And here we go. Spawning down in the bottom right for game number 3. It is Psystorm Gaming Spirit. And his opponent, spawning up in the top left for Maturino, it is Astrea. In the red. Oh, with the shift rally on the probe. But rallying to the wrong... Oh, okay, he fixed it. He changed it anyways. So he shift rallied to this mineral patch, but then actually rallied to this one. So you can shift rally and it slows down the deceleration. You can see the probe slow down just a little bit as they approach the mineral patch. It's the smallest little thing, but that's what the pro players will do at the highest level. Max Pax, for example, he will micro his probes, and it gets him about 2 seconds faster of a cybernetic score. Really cool. Really, really freaking cool. And I'm very impressed by it. But it's not easy to do, and it's most important to focus on, you know, like, actually executing the other parts of your build correctly first. But if you can do it, go ahead and do it. Both players are going to scout. It is game number 3. Obviously, you're going to want to do everything you can. Oh, Command Center gets down. Astrea was just half a step behind. And Spirit gets the sneaky Command Center down. Oh. Okay, Astrea does get away with this first probe. And he sees it as Marine first. It's going to let him know that, yeah, I can go across the map with the first unit. Hang on, this Adept feels a little bit late. Yeah, it's like 2 seconds late, 3 seconds late. At 3 seconds late. That's less than ideal. Second pylon at the natural. So we're going to see it, Okay, you saw Marine first. I think you can comfortably put it on the high ground and know that it probably won't be scouted. Oh, are we going to see proxy starport? Yes, we are. We're going to see proxy starport Hellion drop. Oh, that's a cool build. That is a neato build here. And Astrea hasn't built an Adept early game in the first 2 games of the series, which makes it more difficult to see the Reactor Factory setup. Now, we did see Reactor Factory in game number 2, and it got effective damage done. It could have gotten game-ending damage done, but it still got effective damage. Oh, Hellion does get spotted. Hellions. And Astrea is going to be forced to shade out. Oh, he needs to... No, he needs to keep going. Oh, my God. Well, okay, he loses anyways. That's so good for Spirit. That's going to make defending this so difficult for so many reasons. One, Astrea didn't get far enough in to see that the reactor was still on there. So he didn't get the relevant scouting information he needs. 2, the Hellion survives and gets repaired mostly back up to full. Would have liked it actually to go all the way back up to full, but he wanted to get it right onto the map as soon as possible, which makes sense. And 3, because there's now 1 less unit for Astrea to defend with. This could maybe... This might just actually be game. If... Oh, man. With Astrea moving out here, these Hellions are going to get so much done. At this point, you almost want to just continue to go across the map as Astrea, but that is not going to be the play. We're going to see... Wow, we've actually... Way less probes going down initially than I thought. And one of the Hellions has fallen. There we go. 10 probes do fall. But... Oh, Spirit with the sneaky redrop gets the 12th probe. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. Huh. Okay. That actually wasn't as bad for Astrea as I thought it would be. That was still really bad. 12 probes is a lot. That is so good for the Terran. But I honestly thought it was going to be worse. With how far out of position these Stalkers were, the fact that he gets all the Hellions and the medevac, I mean, it's not so bad. Can Astrea chase down the starport? If he can, because Spirit's going to be having to build tanks for a while. Oh, can he get that? Astrea's going to bypass this. He knows he won't get it. He wants economic damage. Ooh, he does shoot the engineering bay for a moment. Astrea will see where the siege tank is. Oh, it gets a couple of big shots. Well, really, well, no, it was a couple of big shots. You need 2 in order to knock through the shields and actually start doing damage. Cancel. Oh, it's a kill. I mean, Astrea, he is still down 6 workers, but he's going to have an opportunity to get a lot of damage done, and he warps in a few more Stalkers. He's only on 3 gates, but that's still a lot of Stalkers that can be warped in. And look at this Spirit feeling compelled to build units off of this naked barracks. Target fire. Oh, a little bit of miss micro right there from Astrea. His Blink Stalker micro needs to be pretty much perfect right now. Oh, and he's actually a little bit supply blocked right here. There is a Marine on the 3rd base location. Knows for Spirit that there's nothing there. No Nexus on the way. And there's double bunker in the natural. Well-placed tanks here. Oh, Astrea is going to blink forward. He will grab that 1 tank. Only losing 1 Stalker, and Stim is still not done. This is super dangerous for Spirit right now. Oh, Astrea needs to sharpen up the blink micro, though, if he's going to be able to break through. He will still get 8 SCVs, and that actually puts him back ahead in the worker count. And he's now taken this 3rd base. And Spirit doesn't know about it. But Stim is going to complete very shortly, and it will not go down. It is too well defended. Bunkers are empty in the natural. Astrea will target one of them down. A good Warper's micro there from Astrea, but still takes a fair bit of hull damage on these 2 Stalkers. However, I think this is definitely enough to put Astrea back into the game. Not necessarily ahead. I still think Spirit is ahead right now because Charge just started. There's no gateway transition just yet. Only 3 gateways on the field. We're going to need to see 5 gateways coming down. Well, actually, he's got the money for all 5 pretty much. So he can do that. Go. 2 more. 2 more. He is focused on a little bit of max pack style harassment in the main base. And he gets 3 SCVs and a Marine. I mean, doing a max packs impression is not easy for anyone. There we go. 7 and 8 gateway on the way. And +1 armor just now gets fired up. I will say that Spirit lost the engineering bay in the natural. And that means his +1 attack is not so fast. Yeah, Astrea is definitely in a manageable position right now. Oh, that Stalker, Astrea, getting a spotting Stalker to the right side at the perfect moment. He had these units on the bottom left. Well, this one right here on patrol. Oh, man, he checks the move just in time. That was about 5 seconds away from this medevac slipping out onto the map and becoming a real problem potentially. There are those gateways coming online. Immortal being added on. Make no mistake. Oh, man, actually, the supplies are starting to really favor Astrea. Hang on. This income advantage. Wow, look at that. Look at those sharp back and forths as Spirit went from mining a lot to not mining much at all. Stalker does get picked off. This is still such a scary army from Spirit. But at the same time, Astrea's building so many zealots. So many zealots. His tech is a little bit behind, but yeah, he's like flown ahead in supply right now. And as long as the +1 armor completes in time, it feels like there's no way that this attack can get much done. Fresh Mule just got picked off. That's actually worth it to lose the Zealot for. And now, oh, the Viking was not able to prevent this. The Warpin will come on in. Well, medevac drop does find a pylon, and that actually supply blocks Astrea. Ooh, can Astrea find this engineering bay? He's going for it. He's going to get it. +1 armor is not so far along, but getting it at all is kind of nice. Now, a lot of Zealots do fall for that, but 12 SCVs. Oh my god, the command center at the third base is under so much threat. It is not going to go down. It's going to survive just under 100 HP. Got down to 88 HP for a moment, but Astrea, it's been all Astrea for the past, like, 4 minutes. 14 SCVs go down. We got Storm on the way. Spirit, him keeping that command center alive was a necessity. It was not an option. Now, I don't really know what Spirit does to get back out of this. Fourth base is on the way here for Astrea. He's got Storm energy available on these High Templar. They're about to be able to storm in, well, as soon as this upgrade completes. And a +1 armor is going to be so helpful here for these Zealots. Observer does see the army coming, and Astrea going to be able to pick off. Oh, he pulls back before he kills the Marauder, and he loses a Stalker. So not perfect micro there. But the Storm is available. There is a lot of Marines here with this army. Oh, he's got to be careful. He's got to know the army is here. Oh, the Storm. He's got it from the back. The Storms are huge. No, he only gets one. It's still a big Storm. Oh, it could have been game-ending, though. Still, it was a good Storm. It was a great Storm, and that is going to allow him to chase a lot of this army. He does need to retreat back out. There's a lot of medevacs here. Oh, man, if he got a second Storm, that's game. Almost certainly that's game. He probably kills 15, maybe 20 Marines with another Storm there. Regardless, he's into the double Colossus transition. It's, yeah, second Robo just completed. +1 weapons is now done. Spirit, has he even rebuilt the engineering bay? No, he is fully all in. And now these Zealots get in. They're going to cause, wow, they're going to put Spirit even more all in. Spirit's got nothing in the natural. Astrea, if he just keeps going, the reinforcements will not deal with this, but he's going to come home. And I don't hate that. Now, this robotics facility is really exposed. It's a 44-worker lead. Spirit must win with this army right now. Astrea can give up this whole base. The bigger issue is losing the robotics facility. I don't even know if killing the probes is... Well, you always kill the probes if you can. Yeah, it takes you like 3 seconds. But at this point, he needs every second he can get. Extended Thermal Lance not yet done. Zealots, ooh, they do double back to the third base after losing all those probes. The rest of them coming home. How many Zealots is this on the other side of the map? 11. That's 22 supply. Army values are very even. There's only the one Colossus, but the medevacs are out of energy. Here comes the big fight. Widowmine's getting some big shots on the Zealots. That's a lot of bio. But here come the remaining Zealots coming in from the back. It's an upgrade advantage for Astrea, and he is on the hunt. Spirit trying to micro back, but he just simply doesn't have the unit count to compete, and he's down in upgrades. Astrea is chasing him as far back as he can. A big wave of reinforcements for Spirit might turn this back around a little bit. Oh, is this going to be enough for Spirit? He's got a lot of man with gun and a lot of medevacs. But there's the Colossus showing on up. It does have its extended thermal lance now. The Zealot count has been completely whittled down. But I still think there's just a little bit too much for Astrea. Spirit is still only on 30 SCVs. He's muling the crap out of this base. And for the meantime, it will keep the economies equal. But now Astrea is going to have this base up and running on the top side. And that's going to put him back into a commanding economic position. Killing all those probes, killing the base was great. If there's no base on the top side, it actually would have been enough to keep him in this game. But now, Astrea knows that Spirit either has to attack or defend with everything, and he can't afford to do both. And so this Zealot run by is perfect. It is brilliant. And Colossus gets some big shots, stays alive. Spirit knows he's checkmated. He knows there's nothing he can do, and he will tap out. Astrea takes an excellent game number 3. Really brilliantly played there from Astrea. And he will move on to the next round. If you enjoyed that video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We will catch you on the flip side.